to the Y.E.S podcast.
My name is Alana.
Now you was angry. Yeah, I will do it again. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, welcome to the podcast. My name is Alana.
Ishmael Trainer.
Hey, you guys. So we just wanted to pop in today to see how you guys are doing.
So what we're going to, okay, so I can edit all that out. We're going to talk about, get my sweat out, make sure that's right.
Get your ass nasty.
What we're going to talk about today is arguing. We argue, we do not argue.
We argue every day. Like 10 times
Lies.
a day. Like 100 times a day.
Lies.
Like 1,259 times a day.
No, we don't.
It is possible, trust me.
We don't argue. We have.
Let me drink on that. We have coffee.
We have loud conversations.
You call that not arguing? What do you call that then? Just loud? Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to talk about why do you think it's important? Or, okay, first let me ask you guys, do you think arguing is necessary? Is it healthy? Comment below because we want to know what you guys think.
Yeah. Arguing is good if you guys make up.
Whoa.
And get to a point, I'm ignoring that, get to a point to where you guys are compromising, you're understanding each other. Because yes, if you are continually arguing, can you stop looking at me that way? When you're continually arguing and you do not clarify or get some type of conclusion or come to a point where, hey, you know what, I love you, I'm sorry, I don't want to make you angry, blah, 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 blah. Then yeah, and then you go to sleep. Because remember that one night where we went to bed, I was just mad at you, I forgot why. And I went to bed, I woke up and I got even a little bit more angry because we didn't talk about it and it was still in the air, right?
Yeah, I just want to read the scripture based on what you said. Is Ephesians 4:26 says, "Be ye angry and sin not, and let not the sun go down upon your wrath." So I think that sometimes the Bible tells us what to do, and verse 27 says, "Neither give place to the devil." So that's a lot of meat in those two verses, but I think what we messed up sometimes is we go to sleep on our wrath, and the Bible clearly says, "Don't let the sun go down on your wrath."
Mm-hmm. But what do you think about when there is arguments? Like, we never separated. Sometimes separation does work for people, but in our marriage, in our situation, because we're married young, saved, you know.
But there's some things that I purposely did to make sure we wouldn't separate, and one of the things was like I never want to like play around with divorce. Number one, but number two, when we get in an argument, I didn't tell everybody we was arguing.
Right.
I never told anyone that we're not having a good time or we're like kind of rough.
You're right. Right.
I think that because
that's key too.
Excuse me, good Lord, I gotta edit that out. I think because
go, man.
I couldn't have purpose.
Okay, it's okay. Move on.
Oh, you do worse. You farted. You farted.
Why would you say that? Go, man.
Listen.
Good conversation. Now you forgot.
I never forget.
Okay. No, you never forget. Go ahead.
Okay. So I think that.
See? So you talking about? Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? You said about arguing. Oh yeah, not sharing your argument, like telling everybody your argument.
Yeah, man. Because no, seriously. If I tell someone who I like about we're arguing, a lot of people who love me are going to have a hard time being impartial and giving me a balanced opinion because they're going to side with me. Right. Number one. And number two, I'm only going to tell them the sides of the story that make me look good. I'm not going to tell them that what I said to you first. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, you know, first I called her this, then she called me that. And then I'm going to be like, man, she called me this. You know.
Yeah, it's true. And I don't know if you remember, but before we moved here in Pennsylvania, we're in Erie.
Yeah.
We did have a really big argument where I tried to leave to my mom's house.
Yeah.
I was throwing things at you, whatever was in my path. I started throwing things. You would not let me leave.
Yeah.
But then after we got done with the argument, I calmed down. I really appreciated that you didn't let me leave because it could have been to the point where I would come back or we wouldn't be the same. Something could have came from that, you know? So I respected you more.
But I wanted to read this second verse right here of 27. Neither give place to the devil. Sometimes if we're not on the same page or we do something that's kind of like different, what that means to me is that you are giving opportunity for your flesh, for the enemy to kind of come in and drive an even further wedge between you two. Right here, the NLT says, for anger gives a foothold to the devil. So now it could start over like dinner or something really simple, and we don't talk, or we get mad or some type of way, and then it could be something even deeper that the enemy is using that to kind of like cause like a further division. Right. So let me ask you a question. So why do arguments happen in the first place?
Because we're different. We have different mindsets, different way of thinking.
Okay.
So sometimes if we don't feel like we're not being heard, we want to look. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to push you away. This is how I feel, or this is what I want to do. This is what I'm trying to say. It's more, I guess, explain yourself. And
that's when you step away and you come back. I think you need to still talk about it.
Of course.
Don't let that just be like, okay, it feels a little better now, so we're good. Because then you never dealt with that situation that made you, in the first place, made you feel that type of way.
Right.
If you can remember to pray, listen, and communicate.
Yes, there you go. We put our
PLC.
three together.
You can pray, listen, and communicate. PLC. If you can remember that, I'm saying this to talk to you all, to remind myself also. Pray first to give you understanding, to help you out. Pray for yourself first, number one. And then I say, listen, because you want to listen to how you're feeling. Like if you say, I feel like you don't respect me because of this happened, it's not on me to try to defend myself and be like, well, that's not how it went down, did it? No, because that's how, if you saw it that way, then you saw it that way.
Right. So just like basically respond to what was just said, not responding to, trying to back you up. Like you said, clarify, just respond like, I'm sorry you felt that way. Like, like what did I do again to make you feel that way? Or what can I do better? I don't know.
You're right. No, you're right. I'm just thinking about today, like I fell into the same trap. Because you said I was being ignorant when I came home, whatever. I should listen to you and be like, well, I apologize for my tone a little bit different. Instead, I went to the defensive mode and said, well, this is the reason why I said that. And basically saying you're wrong, you misread things. And that's not how it should be.
Right.
You shouldn't have to read me correctly. You should want to be read correctly as far as like the way the energy that you put out. So it's like, that's what it is, and then maybe you can, and then after I understood what you're trying to say, then communicate. I apologize, I came out running the way. What I meant to say was this. I could have said that better. Right. I'm saying, like, if you separate and don't deal with it, it's not going to get any better.
That's true.
Because now you're just, and that's to talk about like giving it place for the enemy. Because it's like, you separating and you leaving and you guys really settle nothing, and then you start to realize the way your brain works, okay, I can fix it just by leaving. And when you come back, it's still there.
Right.
That's why people do, I'm not trying to compare it. That's why some people have alcohol problems or drug problems, because they feel like I can escape my pain right now by doing this.
Right.
Or it could be any other addiction, right?
Right. It could be just having sex with other people or just, cheating and stuff. Yeah, it happens.
Whoa.
It happens. I'll play.
Edit that out. Whoa. But anyways.
No. Don't edit it out. It's real. All right, you guys. We're going to end this section. Our session. How you say it? Session.
So guys, we're going to end this video, but stay for more tips, and we love you with the love of the Lord.
The love
Peace,
of
family.
the Lord. That's the only way I love y'all. With the love of the Lord. With the love of the Lord.
More videos. More videos.
Stick to what you know, babe.
More videos.
All right. That's enough.
Wait a second.
It's more videos.
More video. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Anyways, God bless y'all. We love y'all. Stay tuned.
With the love of the Lord.
Videos.